everyone! Magandang araw. Good day. I am your speaker for today's discussion and we are going to tackle about the different apparatuses in fingerprint investigation. Again, good day ma'am. So, now I am going to discuss the five different apparatuses when it comes in fingerprint investigation. First is the fingerprint powders. Second, the fingerprint brushes. Third, the fingerprint lifting tapes. Fourth, the flashlight. And fifth is the rubber gloves. Fingerprint powders. Fingerprint powders refers to the powder used in developing latent fingerprints found in the scene of crime. They are normally found in the black and white or gray color, which is applied depending upon the contrasting background. These powder are used with fingerprint brushes that I am going to discuss later on by the crime scene investigators and other law enforcement personnel to search and enhance for latent or what we call the invisible fingerprints that can be used to determine the identification of a person. Fingerprint identification powders. After discussing the fingerprint powders, let us now move on in fingerprint brushes, which refers to an instrument used for powdering latent prints. There are three variations of brushes: the fiberglass, magnetic, and feather type. Fiberglass, which is the most used fingerprint brushes that compose of extremely fine fibers designed to pick up powder and gently deposit it through a twirling motion onto the fingerprint to reveal it without removing the delicate residue composing the fingerprint itself. While feather fingerprint brushes enhance detail within fingerprints located during an initial search with fingerprint brushes composed of fiberglass fibers. Fingerprint powder may be applied using aerosol methods that do not involve direct contact with the surface. The other type of fingerprint brush is the magnet brush, wherein this applicator attracts the magnetic powder, forming a cluster of powder that can be gently moved across the fingerprint. Once complete, the magnet within the applicator is retracted and the magnetic powder falls off. The benefit of this application method is that no bristles touch the surface and therefore there is less potential to damage the print compared to other methods of developing fingerprints. Fingerprint lifting tapes. After discussing the fingerprint powders and fingerprint brushes, let us now move on in discussing the fingerprint lifting tapes, wherein these tapes used for lifting of developed latent prints, which is quite harder than an ordinary tapes. It has three varieties: the frosted, rubber, and transparent. Later on, we will going to watch a short clip on how to use these tapes. Flashlight. We have discussed on how to develop the fingerprint or the latent fingerprint using the three apparatuses, which is the fingerprint powders, fingerprint brushes, and fingerprint lifting tapes. Now let us move on to flashlight, which is also used in investigating of fingerprints. Flashlight refers to a device used for searching and focusing on developed latent prints, wherein it gives a light to the fingerprint and to make a clear vision on how does it look. Rubber gloves. And last but not the least, let us now discuss the rubber gloves, which is used by the technicians to protect his or her fingers from leaving his own prints on the object or on the scene. Again, let us now watch this short clip for the enlightenment. investigation. Again, I am Ayashami Alvarona Tangaling Kitasol from Bachelor of Science in Criminology, 2nd year Alpha. Have a nice day.